Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Normally I talk about me, but this time I want to talk about you. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit more about me, and that is I just went through an earthquake, and it was the first earthquake that I've been through, and according to the people that have emailed me, it was a 6.5, and it was officially an earthquake. And I've been here, and I've had what do they call it, just the tremors, and I thought those were earthquakes. And I tell you, normally, I'm not a wimp, but I told everybody that, well, when the thing starts shaking, I don't know what it is, but down here, I think they're used to it. And everything starts shaking, and everybody just looks at each other. Well, when things start shaking, I run. I get out. And that's what I did this time. But I told everybody, I said, now, don't think I'm a wimp now, but if y'all want to sit in here and wait and see if it's going to turn into an earthquake, that's your business. But me, when it starts shaking, I'm gone. And that's what I did. I left. And but I'm going to tell you what happened on that. I got out, and when I got outside, I was in town. I was downtown when it happened. And I got outside, and I was so proud of myself being outside. And as I was going out, everything was falling. Everything was falling. Everything was falling off the shelves. Pictures were falling down, everything like that. And so I was real proud of myself for getting outside. And then after I got out there, and they could just see, and you could see everything was just rolling. And the electric lines started bouncing. And then I'm thinking, well, I don't think I did a wise move, because now I'm out here with all these electric lines. And if the electric lines don't get me, the poles, when they start falling, I'll be jumping over electric lines trying to get somewhere. And so then I thought I was going to get real smart, and I was standing next to my car at the time. My old car was just shaking and rolling, and then I got out, I got away, I got in this clearing. And so I'm out in this clearing, and I thought, okay, I'm safe here. And then after this whole thing, and you could see the ground was rolling. And after all this was all over, and then I didn't know if I did right or not or anything, but my friend, he stayed right up next to the building. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd, because when the building starts falling, it's going to fall on him. And now afterwards, he was saying that he was waiting because you can hear the cracks and stuff as it goes, and then he would run out. And he says he didn't want to be where I was, because I was on top of a drain. And he said it could have just collapsed, and I would have fell down inside this. It's probably about a 6 or 8 foot drain wide in diameter. And so that would have collapsed, and that's exactly where I was at. So I wasn't real smart on that either. So I don't know what you do on an earthquake other than be scared, and I was scared. But anyway, I am all right. Everything turned out okay. But what I want to talk about is you. And the reason is, when I do my classes, I talk to people, and people tend to watch TV and the movies, and they think this is what they can do. And the stuff that's in that type of the movie kind of stuff is because that's what they can film, and that's why it's in the movies. It's not really reality. It doesn't really quite work like that. When I'm talking about violence and stuff like that. So what I suggest to people is you take whatever your heritage, your culture, what ethnic background you have, and you build on that. That's what you want to do. Whatever you already are, be better of what you are. Don't try to be something that you're not. I'm not saying you can't be a kung fu expert, but there's other things you can do that is in your nationality, and that's what you need to focus on. Now, example, like I say, I know me, so I use me for an example. Okay, I'm half Chinese, and so then I am into the martial arts, and I do study the history of China and how violence works in the 10,000 years of written history in China. I've studied how violence works, and so, but also I'm half American. Now this half American is Choctaw Indian, and that's Native American Indian, and Indians, they've got their own way of looking at violence. They've got their own way of what makes them strong, and so I've studied that too, and also I'm Irish, and the Irish, well, you know, Irish, when it comes to fighting, is just fighting, you know. So, and then the Welsh, and that's the white, European white, and like I say, so they think, and so they try to have a plan and get things worked out. So what I've done is taken everything that's in my heritage and I've tried to develop it and make it better. And that's what you need to do. Look into your heritage, find out what it is that's in there, and develop it. Make it even stronger, make it better, because you already have it in you. So all you need to do is just nurture it, and develop it, make it really good. And that is really the secret of what made the United States such a great nation at one time. And that was a bunch of individuals, strong individuals in their own way. They are strong in their own way, and they come together. And that is what made the United States great. Now what's going on, they're trying to educate everybody the same, try to make everybody the same. You don't want to be the same. Everybody, they want you, well, like right now, that you look at the children, they're all brought up with the idea that their peers, they're supposed to listen to their peers instead of listen to their mom and dad and their heritage. And that's what's been weakening down the United States. It's the individuals. We have lost that individual strength. And that is exactly what you need to be looking for, is your individual strength. And then right back to what I was talking about before on the three-man militias. You don't need a big, gigantic militia. And you don't even need to be, your militia needs to be involved in guns. Even though you all do need to know how they work, but that's not the focus on the militia. The focus is something that you're learning, some kind of knowledge that is useful, that everybody can benefit from. And that's what you need to be developing, and develop it from you. So don't worry about trying to fit in with everybody else. It's you as an individual that is strong. When I travel and I talk to people and I organize people into three-man militias, and that's what I do. I try to find out what their interests are in, what is their strengths, and develop that, because somebody needs it, and you need something that somebody else has, and together you're going to be able to do a lot. And that's what this whole thing is all about. Develop what you have inside, and you're going to be a much better person. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. All right, thank you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.